evening, everyone, and welcome to your Channel Senate District 20 News. I am your host, Senator Caroline Menjivar. And tonight, help me welcome a special guest, co-anchor, legislative aide, Diego Nelson. Great to have you here for this year's end of session legislative news update.
Thank you, Senator. We have some exciting news to share with Burbank and the San Fernando Valley. Right, Senator?
Absolutely. So let's get into it. Just in, the fate of one of my top priority bills this year, SB 20, the Silicosis Training Outreach and Prevention Act, is now in the governor's hands. My district, the San Fernando Valley, was named the epicenter of silicosis cases in LA County. This irreversible and fatal but preventable occupational lung disease is caused when workers who cut and grind stone countertops inhale the silica dust. Diego, the stuff that we have in our kitchen, right?
Indeed. The governor can help us prevent the future pain, suffering, and death of workers by signing SB 20, and will classify silicosis from artificial stone as a serious injury or illness to help bolster enforcement.
That's amazing stuff in that bill. So glad we got this approved by the legislature for Senate District 20 and all of those workers across California. Next in, our field journalist, Addie Lau, is on the ground to report on the next bill we sent to the governor's desk, SB 68, Allergen Disclosure for Dining Experiences. Take it away, Addie.
Reporting live from Sacramento. Big news! If the governor signs the bill into law, restaurants and food facilities with 20 locations or more will be required to put universal allergen disclosures on their menus. If they choose a digital version, they must also provide an alternate format for people who don't have access to technology or aren't tech savvy. And restaurants must use the common names for the top 9 allergens: milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, sesame, and soybeans. We're just one signature away from making history. Thank you, Senator, and back to you in studio.
Thank you, Addie. You, me, and the 4 million people in California living with allergies will have our lives transformed if this bill gets signed. All right, with these 2 bills, California can protect people's health and maybe even save lives. What else do we have, Diego?
A consumer protection bill. SB 709 is for those who have their possessions in self-storage. You will know when the promotion price will end and the max you will pay for the first 12 months.
And we have another important issue we need to talk about: health care coverage. As chair of the Senate Health Committee, I authored SB 62 to increase California's essential health benefits benchmark plan with federal approval. And if approved, we will add coverage for infertility services, building upon my SB 729. We will add hearing aids and durable medical equipment to those with small and individual health plans.
That bill will help a lot of families.
But we can't forget about SB 660, which will help enforce our rules on health data sharing that would ensure, regardless of where you get care, your records will be accessible when appropriate. It will bring us into the 21st century.
So important for patient safety, and we want to make sure they receive the best care. This also applies to SB 596, which strengthens the law that ensures safe nurse staffing levels at hospitals by providing clarity on when hospitals are subject to financial penalties for failure to meet nurse staffing requirements.
And another way we want to protect those receiving services is through my SB 471. This bill expands the Department of Developmental Services Ombudsperson's statutory authority to assist consumers and families with inquiries, complaints, or grievances in a fair and neutral manner. And last but very important, Diego.
Yes, with SB 418, we will codify federal regulations to ensure Californians have basic protections from discrimination in any health program receiving government funding, and allow access to prescription hormone therapy for those individuals who need this life-saving health care by requiring pharmacists to dispense up to 12 months when medically approved.
Phew. All right, co-anchor. No wonder we're all tired, Diego. Amazing work, Team Menjivar.
Teamwork.
Absolutely. Now, before we say goodbye and return you to your regular programming, you may remember this bill, SB 526, related to aggregate facilities and the abhorrent air pollution happening in Sun Valley from particulate matter covering our neighborhoods. Remember the video of me touching those vehicles? Check that out. Well, I'm excited to update you that South Coast AQMD has agreed to initiate my bill without having to move the bill forward. I just need you all to please sign up for email notifications at this link and select Rule 1157 to stay up to date on their progress and when we will hold community listening sessions.
Well, that's a wrap on the 2025 legislative session, Senator. What are your plans while you await the governor's decisions?
Well, Diego, besides freaking out until I get that call, I'm going to be going back to the district to share all these legislative updates in detail with you in person, Senate District 20. But until then, good night, and may you and your families be well.
Good night.